Welcome back. Philip Nullman, known for having helped launch the successful Working Mother magazine, has received many accolades for his advertising and marketing techniques. Nullman now has his own firm in White House Station and a series of books on how to succeed in business. No, it's not a play, it's a book. And Philip Nullman is with us today to talk about his latest book, entitled Startup Marketing: An Entrepreneur's Guide to Advertising, Marketing, and Promoting Your Own Business. And welcome to New Jersey Business.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
I imagine your book is the answer to a lot of folks' prayers. You know, they sit around, they take their life savings, they rent the storefront or buy the franchise, they buy the machinery and the materials, and they sit there and say, oh boy, what do we do now?
Right.
Your book helps them get started.
Yeah, it really does. The original title of the book was actually called How to Fly When Your Wings Won't Flap. And the purpose of that title, though not as direct in intent, was to lend a hand to small businesses and entrepreneurs in getting started, in standing on the edge of the cliff and soaring instead of falling. So it's a book really of information bites, fun, interesting, fast information bites on all the aspects of marketing, from branding right on through to positioning to starting a business, developing an advertising program.
For a small business owner, what's the first thing they should do in terms of creating awareness out there for their businesses,
well,
in your opinion?
In my opinion, there's a concept in the book that's called proprietary inventory. And what I mean by that is that a small business owner has to examine what makes that business or has the potential to make that business unique. Proprietary inventory, of course, is what you can say about your own business or service that at least for a time no one else can say. So you own that concept. It helps you define your market position. And if small business people look at the models around them, not only small businesses but large businesses as well, they can model from those, taking the best of what's out there and then providing a value-added component.
Do you give them sort of a step-by-step procedure to follow?
Yeah, the book really does provide the nuts and bolts, that is A to Z, as to media buying and marketing principles. Absolutely. It goes right through direct marketing, outdoor, yellow pages, all of the nuts and bolts. But the difference with this book is it doesn't read like a business book. It's a book written by a writer, quite frankly, who happened to be writing about business, not a business person who happened to try writing. So I think that's what makes it unique and interesting.
What, you know, as Chuck said earlier, a new business that starts up depletes the savings and so forth.
Yeah.
Typically, one of the things they always overlook is the marketing dollars.
Sure.
And is that true, number one? And number two, then how much should a small business owner spend initially on marketing?
Well, small business people, like any other business person, look at marketing and advertising, I think, the way they look at insurance. It's something you have to do. What they don't look at is the joy of doing it. It really is the most fun of making businesses move. 25% of the people surveyed said that, 25% was the figure given of a number of issues in small businesses that make businesses happen. Marketing accounts for the success of sales. So small businesses have to look at the gross revenue of the business and take a percentage of that. It's usually in the 3 to 5% range in a startup business.
I was going to say I'd write 5%.
Yeah, 5% is a good target.
Take 5 cents and put it away for advertising.
Exactly.
To reap it, to sow it so you can reap it back.
Exactly. Yeah.
You do some lecturing around the country on the same subject?
I do. The lectures are essentially components of the book. How to create a brand identity within your local market, how to break through the clutter, which is an enormous issue for businesses today, particularly small businesses. So I'm speaking at small business seminars, chamber meetings, right now around the country in promotion of the book.
You know, I've got to ask you a question here,
Sure.
Chuck, and that deals with marketing over the internet. I mean, this to me seems like a tremendous amount of publicity and media hype surrounding the internet.
Right.
Is it effective for small businesses, or are they just...
Yeah, they're wasting their time and money.
Okay.
At this point, if you look back 10, 15 years ago to cable TV, the same situation occurred. People jumped in because it was magical to be on TV, and small business people want to be in the most exciting medium possible. Right now, the internet is the most exciting medium. However, we can't tell you who's watching, who's tuning in, where, when, how, or why. And the problem with it is that a small business person thinks that if they get a web page designed, that by virtue of doing that, people will flock to their business with calls. What they're finding is they don't get one call, because in order to bring people to the website, you have to create a marketing plan.
You know what? Speaking of websites, you have a website and a number. Let's put that up right now and talk about it quickly.
Thank you. People can, of course, go to the bookstores and throughout the country and buy the book.
Yeah.
Or they can tune into the web page, which is provided by the publisher, or call the 800
Okay.
number. Yeah.
We'll be seeing you next time. That's all we have time for. I'm Chuck Lamkin for John Whitty.
Thank you.